You know, they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Well, this is the story of Maria Oktyabrskaya, and it's a powerful reminder of what happens when profound love gets twisted into cold, calculated vengeance. And it all starts not with a bang, but with a sale, a complete liquidation of an entire life, piece by painful piece. So picture this. It's the middle of World War II. The world is on fire, and Maria makes a decision. The very first thing to go, her house, the foundation of a life that was completely stolen from her. And she didn't stop there. Next went everything inside those walls, every single table, every chair, all of those tangible memories of the life she had so carefully built. She was literally selling off her own existence. And then finally, even her clothes, every last thing she owned was turned into a big pile of cash. She was left with absolutely nothing, except a single burning purpose. Which, of course, brings up a pretty big question. To buy what, right? What could possibly be worth sacrificing every single thing you have? Well, the answer is as simple as it is brutal. Revenge. And to really understand that revenge, we have to go back to the beginning. Yeah, our story doesn't begin on a battlefield. It starts in Kiev, way back in 1925. Long before the war, there was a life, and a love that Maria would do anything to avenge. So here, a 20-year-old Maria meets this young, dashing army cadet named Ilya Oktyabrskaya. And it was one of those things they just fell head over heels, madly in love, and got married super quickly. For the next 14 years, their lives were completely woven together. But Maria, she was never content to just sit on the sidelines. She jumped into the life of a military wife with both feet. She joined the Wives' Council. She even trained to be an army nurse. She lived by this motto you see right here, truly believing that their marriage was a shared service to their country. But that life, that shared purpose, was about to be absolutely shattered. The war didn't just interrupt their lives. It was about to transform Maria from this devoted wife into something else entirely. When the war kicks off in 1941, Ilya is immediately sent to the Eastern Front. Maria gets evacuated to Siberia, and for 2 long, agonizing years, she just waits for a letter, for any kind of word from him. And for 2 years, all she got was complete and utter silence. Then, in 1943, a letter finally shows up. And the news was just the worst thing imaginable. Ilya hadn't just been killed. He had been killed 2 years earlier, way back in 1941, defending Kiev. Think about that. She had been a widow for 2 years and had no idea. And her reaction? Well, it wasn't what you'd expect. The grief didn't crush her. It was like it was instantly vaporized by this white-hot, incandescent rage. The enemy had taken her husband, they'd taken her past, and they'd taken her future. And she decided right then and there that they were going to pay for it. That rage gave birth to one of the most audacious, unbelievable plans of the entire war. Maria wasn't going to mourn. She was going to fight, and she knew exactly how she was going to do it. So this was her plan. Step 1, sell everything she owned. Step 2, donate the 50,000 rubles to the war effort. But then came the part that was just unheard of. She wrote a letter not to some local recruiter, but directly to Joseph Stalin himself. And her demands were simple. Use my money to build a T-34 tank, and I want to be its driver. In a move that honestly shocked everyone, the State Defense Committee said yes. After 5 grueling months of training, Maria became a certified tank driver and mechanic. When her brand new T-34 tank rolled off the line, she had a name painted right on its turret, a name that just perfectly captured her mission. Fighting Girlfriend. Her very own personal weapon of vengeance was now ready for war. So, October 1943, Sergeant Maria Oktyabrskaya rolls onto the Eastern Front in the Fighting Girlfriend. Her tour of vengeance was officially about to begin. Now, you can imagine her all-male crew was, let's say, a little skeptical. They see this 38-year-old woman and figure she's just some kind of publicity stunt. Oh, were they wrong. In her very first battle, Maria charges right into the fray, expertly weaving through heavy fire. And just like that, the mockery vanished. It was replaced by pure, unadulterated respect. They didn't just see a driver anymore. They saw a warrior, and they started calling her Sergeant. Then, during a really fierce battle near Smolensk, the Fighting Girlfriend takes a direct hit. An artillery shell just shreds one of its tracks, leaving the tank completely dead in the water, basically a sitting duck for the enemy. Now, standard procedure is crystal clear. You stay inside the armored hull and you wait for help. But Maria? Nah, she wasn't following procedure. She completely ignored her commander's orders, leaped out of the hatch into a storm of gunfire, and started fixing the track herself. Minutes later, the fighting girlfriend was moving again and right back in the fight. And this wasn't some one-time fluke either. About a month later, during this chaotic night assault, it happened again. Her tank gets hit, immobilized. And again, Maria jumps out under heavy fire to make the repairs herself. This kind of reckless bravery, it basically became her signature move. Her reputation as this fearless commander just spread like wildfire. But a tour of vengeance like hers, you kind of know it can only have one kind of ending. Her final battle came in January of 1944. Near the village of Krinky, it was like history repeating itself for a third and final time. An anti-tank shell finds its mark, and it shreds the fighting girlfriend's track. And just like the times before, Maria didn't hesitate for a second. She leaped out to fix the track, but as she was working, surrounded by all that chaos, another shell detonated nearby. A piece of shrapnel hit her in the head. She actually finished the repair, but this time she couldn't get back up. Her crew managed to get her to a field hospital, but she slipped into a coma and stayed there for 2 months before she passed away. Her personal war, her quest for revenge, lasted less than 5 months on the front line. For her incredible courage, Maria Oktyabrskaya was posthumously awarded the title she had more than earned, Hero of the Soviet Union. Which really leaves us with this one final question. What was it that truly fueled the fighting girlfriend? Was it the profound love she had for her lost husband, or was it the pure, burning hatred for the enemy that took him from her? You know, maybe they were one and the same. Her story is just this powerful, haunting reminder that sometimes the line between a hero and an avenger is forged in smoke and fire.